So for everyone who's been following along with the Monte Maya project, I just wanted to give you a quick status update. It's been many months since I've even turned on a camera to show you what's going on around here. So just wanted to provide a very quick update as to what's happening. A lot has happened and not much has happened at the same time. So such is life, I guess, in the Yucatan. Here's the update. The pool is just about finishing up, and we are finishing up some of the little things on the Palapa, getting the windows in the bathrooms and the kitchen, getting the fixtures in, getting the toilets, getting the appliances. So all of that is kind of just inching along, but now is the time where we've got to start planning on the learning center for our little school that's going to be here in September 4th. Provided we have electricity, of course. So we need to get that building erected ASAP. We're here in July at the moment, so we only have, about a month and then a half with some to get this building up. So here's where it's going to be, kind of right here at the foot of the little Cerrito. Of course, you don't build over there on the Cerrito. Anytime there's a little bit of a mound, it could be some remnants of old Mayan buildings. A lot of times it could be like a burial ground or something like that. So we always want to respect those areas. We certainly aren't going to build on top of those. So we're going to just kind of meander around the little Cerrito. And as much as we love the rounded structures, obviously we love the rounded structures, at this moment we just don't have the time to be able to play with the rounded structure of the learning center, because it just takes so much longer. The guys have done an amazing job with the Palapa, but we just don't have the luxury of time to do that. So Martina has created kind of a great plan or working plan to just create like a little 2-room, tiny little schoolhouse, a little kitchenette, have the ability to plug in bathrooms later on. So we're just going to give it to Seppi and see how quickly he can get this thing up, get it functional, get it operational, and TikTok time is ticking away. So that's where we are right now. Long story short, I took down all the previous videos. I've recently reposted them. I took them down for a very specific reason. Maybe it serves a longer story in the future, but all of the previous videos are up. So if you're new to the channel, you might want to go back and see how we got to where we are today. This project has been going on for well over a year. From the purchasing of the land stage to where we are now. And kind of the most common question was always, well, what are we doing with this space? What is it that we're creating? And the really dumb answer was, we don't know. It's kind of this sense of, if you build it, they will come. And that's kind of what we've been doing, is just creating this incredible magical space, and whatever it wants to be will emerge. The initial thought, and what we initially started using it back in August and early September, was for our unschool school. So we hosted a space for a number of kids, including our daughter, to meet and have this unschooling project with a couple teachers or facilitators, as we call them. And really it's alternative way of education that we really believed in. It's more about self-direction of the kids. Being out in nature is really kind of fosters a good educational experience. Anyway, that's what we thought kind of this initial purpose of this land would serve. And it did for a few weeks, and then very, very abruptly, the school dissolved. Again, that's probably a whole other video that I might choose to do in the future. We knew going into this project that there would be a lot of changes, a lot of twists and turns and unexpected things. That said, this is one thing that we actually did not count on. So here we are today. We're in the middle of January. I'm going to provide a quick update of where we are, show you around what's happened, what hasn't happened, and see, kind of timestamp this and see where we go from here. We're still very enthusiastic, very excited about what the new year is going to bring, and let me show you. We're gearing right towards the end of the rainy season now. We've put a lot of the project on hold, but we're about ready to amp it up again and get started and see what this year brings. So let me just show you around. Okay, so this whole building behind me was initially designed to be the learning center, or the place where the unschool, the Apapacho kids would meet, learn, have a place for them to hang out, to be on their computers, to do self-study, to cook in the kitchen. But since, as I've explained, that the unschool has dissolved, we are probably just going to treat this as a little casita for us to come and stay in. So let me show you around. So this is a beautiful papaya tree that's matured since we first got here. Look at all these beautiful baby papayas. We'll be eating papayas for days. Papaya pie, papaya smoothies, papaya eggs, papaya everything. So this will be the entrance of the casita, and so we'll probably use this casita space as a place for our family to come hang out over the weekends until we're ready to move, and also a place that visitors could easily come and stay overnight. This is kind of the great room here. You can see all the wires are ready for the electrical to be installed. We've got some beautiful windows here looking to the out back space. Walking over into this space, you'll see that this is another room here. And we're probably, for our family, are going to have this our bedroom area, and the previous room might be kind of a living area. Now again, that could all and probably will all evolve as the project moves forward again. This is the bathroom space for a shower and a toilet. Little dining area here. This is a little kitchenette. We just need to get all of the appliances and all the electricity hooked up, and then we'll be ready to roll in here. So really kind of cute little casita. You can see that this is a side entrance here. Move to the back, and then you can see here the rainy season has done its work, and all of everything that had been cleared is all brought up again, which is no big deal. We appreciate the natural aspect and beauty to it. And here's the outside of the casita here. There's the Palapa. We'll go over there in a moment. Let me take you around the back here. We had built a little bit of a composting area back there, so once we're in here on a little bit more of a semi-permanent basis, we'll be using that as our composting space. This is the back of the house here. This is the Cerrito. Again, you don't want to build on a Cerrito in the Yucatan. Here is the back entrance, some nice glass sliding doors here. And we had the guys kind of create a little bit of a outdoor patio space here with some beautiful palitos. We kind of see this as a nice place for us at sunset to enjoy a nice glass of wine or cerveza as we kind of look out at all this beautiful magical space. Obviously we'll have to clean it up, a lot of cleanup yet to do with the land, but that's the casita. Now this might be the most enigmatic space in the entire project. So finally the escombro arrived. So all this basically just trash from other construction sites has arrived. So now we can start to fill in here all the area for the A-frame houses. That's what we've been waiting for on that, is to get the escombro in, get all that, and then we can pour concrete over it to lay the foundation for the base for the A-frame houses. So I'm really excited to get this part moving along and see how these things turn out. Okay, so the panels have finally arrived, the panels that we're building the A-frames for. They were a bit delayed, but they've made it here today. So looking forward to having Seppi and his guys put that up starting on Monday. So let me show you what these things look like. Here they are. So hopefully this is enough. I don't even remember how many we ordered, but this should get us an A-frame that's, I believe, about 4 meters by 4 meters. I might correct that if I need to, but it's just a really kind of like a styrofoam material here. So acoustic and should be a little bit insulating. Hopefully it won't be too hot. And then it's the Maya, just the wire frame here that they'll put the cement over. And we'll see how it looks. This is quite an experiment. I think it's going to be really fun and artistic, and see how it turns out. We're just going to build one. We decided to start, see how it goes, and then if we like it, then we'll go ahead and buy all the materials for a second one.
Oh, cool.
This originally was designed to be was housing for our facilitators. So we were going to build one here and then one right over here, same type of thing. And we just haven't finished this because everything has come to a bit of a standstill. But this will be a door that will be able to be propped open and held open. So like a little bit of a balcony area to hang out in. Here, it's actually, I don't know if the camera is going to show it, but it's pretty spacious. I don't feel claustrophobic in here at all. We'll have this window to be opened with a door here so you can get some good cross breeze. This is the north side, so wind typically comes in from the northeast, so we should get a little bit of a nice pass-through breeze in here. And then this, again, is going to be the other kind of A-frame house, if that's what we choose to do. We've had some discussion about maybe changing up what we're going to do over here, but it's a cute little structure. Again, we don't know what this will become. We're going to finish it and see what happens, but I think what this could end up happening is if we have events or things over here, it'll be a nice place to just be able to hang out for a night or two. Kind of glamping style is kind of what we had imagined it could turn out to be, but again, we just don't know. We're just going to build something really beautiful and cool and see what happens. You can see this structure is ready for the bomba, the pool pump, and the filtration system is all going to go right in there. And we're very happy. You guys have seen the pool before. If you're new to the channel and you haven't seen how this pool is constructed, go back and take a look at a couple of those videos. I'll put the link here, and you can see how our workers were able to construct this beautiful, beautiful pool. We're so happy how it turned out. Looks like I've got to do some cleaning on it, but the bridge is intact. It's held up. It's just a gorgeous pool, and we're looking forward to having the electricity on the land in order to have the filtration system going. The way we fill it is we just take this gasoline pump and we're pumping the water up from the well that's about 18 meters deep, I believe. Hours to go. We're looking forward to really having some life in this pool. From the top of the bridge, you can see the scope of the project and everything that we still need to do. Here's a look right here at the Grand Palapa. Again, if you're new to the channel, go back and you can see the incredible job that the guys did to construct that behemoth there. We're probably still going to put a little bit of a not a restaurant, a little bar and grill kind of area over here, tiny, not commercial use. Just put a plancha there, put a couple tables, a couple bar stools, you know, something like that. And then have a movement center over here, which is kind of just like a little palapa for movement, yoga, who knows, something like that. And we could flip those two around, but that's the idea. Originally, our house was going to be designed to be put way back in that back corner. We're now starting to rethink that it might be better to put it over here. There's another entrance, so we might be closer to an entrance for kind of a private entrance for a car. If we have groceries or things, it'd be a lot easier to unpack it there as opposed to all the way back that direction. So still a lot to consider. We kind of have to figure out what is our next step and then move on from there. Let me take you on a quick tour around the entire outside of the Palapa. So let me bring you inside of the Palapa now. And again, most of you who are been followers of the channel have seen this being used. It's my yoga mat. I just did a yoga session earlier today, and really just a wonderful, wonderful energy inside of the Palapa. I mean, it's easy to see that yoga sessions and yoga studios, meditation, ceremonies, things like that are really just really going to be very natural fit inside of this Palapa space. We take you in towards the kitchen. Not much has changed in here since the last video. In fact, probably nothing has changed. All the shelving, we just need to get the appliances in. And this is the little storage unit here. Now I'll show you a quick tour of the bathrooms and the shower room. Again, not much has changed since you last saw this. This is the little bit of a washroom here. There's toilets on either side here. Just open it up. So a nice little toilet room here. Little sitting area here, and then wash basins are here. And then just next door will be the shower room here. So we've tiled it up. Looks pretty good.
See, maybe you can tell. I don't mind.
Tal vez acá es, I mean, they can go any which way. I'm just afraid if we do it like in a diagonal way. Diagonal way. For me, this looks good enough.
Looks pretty good. Just waiting to get the shower head. So, and no doubt the biggest development since the last video is that we finally, after about a year process, got CFA, which is the electric company, to install a new transformer and has run electricity now to the land. So you can see there's a place for the meters, and they've also run underground lines all the way back to our land, which is way back there. So the power lines are all underground here. Now we're gonna need to have somebody clear all of this so the street is wide enough for two cars to pass, but the wires are under there all the way back to our property. So now that we actually have electricity, this is when we've decided that we can start to restart the project and start to build in all of the electrical components. We have everything is wired, and now that we have the lines all the way back, we just need to run the lines from the box back on the property there to our panel, and then all of our lights, all the switches, all the plugs, all of that. So we're getting really close. So thank you all for spending your time and coming along on the tour with me this afternoon. I hope to be able to provide more updates soon as we kind of get the ball rolling again. Now, if you're new to the channel and you haven't seen the old videos, please go back and see them. If you're interested, hit the like and subscribe button to be updated as to when I post new updates. And I wish you all nothing but happiness and health and success in 2024. See you soon.
Y va a cantar y vamos a repetir la canción que cante Andy, ¿ok?
Tierra mi cuerpo,
Tierra mi cuerpo,
agua mi sangre,
agua mi sangre, aire mi aliento, fuego mi espíritu, tierra mi cuerpo, agua mi sangre, aire mi aliento, mi fuego mi espíritu.
So you use tobacco as an offering to the fire, but it also carries your intention, and you just place it in the fire. People have different ways to place it in the fire. Some people like present it to the four directions. Some people just touch their head, touch their heart, and then put it in the fire, depending on tradition. But however you feel. Just as a gesture of respect and welcoming of the future that you, or the present, what is happening.
Somehow I thought it was going to be more dramatic than that. I gotta be honest, I don't know why these are hanging. I will ask and get back to you on that. I feel like I should know by now, but I don't. So I got an answer from Seppi on these guys here, and what it is there's the masa, which is like metal grid on top of the roof, on top of the techo, and what it does is the weight of these blocks then just pulls it down and keeps the masa flat for them to pour the concrete over it. If they didn't have the weight of these blocks here, the masa would probably kind of bend up and make it, when they pour the concrete, it would make it not as flat. So there you go. Sometimes you get really satisfying answers, and this was one of those times. Well, this is my impression of Marlowe's impression of me.